relax, grab a drink, and keep watching if you want to see how I got this look. Today I'm going to use some new products. I've been having kind of a little bit of a sensitive skin, like rosacea flare up lately, so I was looking online on some foundations that are supposed to be really good for that kind of situation, and Bare Minerals actually is one of the ones that kept coming up. And I used to use it in high school all the time and in my early 20s, and I haven't used it in years. I don't honestly remember why I stopped using it. Maybe we'll find out today why I stopped using it, if I like hate it. But I thought, why not give it a try, because I loved it for so many years and it's supposed to be better for my skin right now, so let's see. And then I also am really excited because I'm going to try out the Morphe by Jeffree Star palette. I have not touched it yet, and apparently I'm going to drop it too. Look how pretty. Those colors are just wow. I also love that it has a mirror, by the way, because a lot of Morphe palettes don't have a mirror, and I didn't even realize it had a mirror, to be honest. I was just so excited about the pigment. I am just so excited. I have not got a new palette in almost a year now, because the last one I got, Jeff got for me the James Charles palette back in, like, I think it was like right after Christmas. So yeah, it's been a while. I thought it'd be fun to try out some new makeup with you guys. So let's go ahead though and start with our basics, and I'm just gonna do my brows with my Fluff and Fill pencil from NYX, which you guys know that's been a favorite of mine recently. And this is in the color Taupe, in case you are interested. And if you hear the dogs wrestling, well, they are at my feet right now doing just that. They were sleeping, but then they decided to wake on up. I literally had an hour and a half of sleep. I had to get up this morning to get some stuff done for my work, and I was feeling a little energetic, so I was like, you know what, I might as well just keep going, and maybe I can actually go to bed early tonight, because I am a notorious night owl. What about you guys? I'm very curious. Are you guys night owls? Are you early risers? What is the situation? Or do you have to be an early riser because of work or kids or something? Oh, hey, Miss Georgia. Yeah, I'm definitely not an early riser at all. I would like to try to go to bed at a decent hour tonight, so like I said, I think I'm just gonna stay up and go to bed early tonight. At least that's the goal. I just couldn't sleep last night. You ever have those nights where you just couldn't sleep? Also, I had a really bad migraine yesterday. I couldn't go live. Those of you who watch my lives probably noticed that already and maybe saw my update. But I just had a horrible migraine. I kept hoping it would go away, and it just wouldn't. It stayed all day long. I felt better, a little bit better towards the evening. I did end up going to water aerobics, but I felt really tired even just doing water aerobics. Glad that it did get a little better to where I could at least go get out and do the water aerobics, even though I did not feel 100%. I haven't talked about my migraines a ton on this channel, but I suffer from them. I get them a lot. I get a couple times a week. Sometimes they only last a couple hours, sometimes they last a day or 2 days. It just really depends. But the one yesterday was definitely an all-day thing, and like I said, it kind of went down a little bit in the evening, which I was so glad about though. And I also get ocular migraines, so basically my vision kind of gets blurry, almost like a static TV takes up part of my vision, and that is honestly the worst, just because it doesn't last too long. On me, it lasts like maybe an hour from start to finish, but it definitely sucks whenever it happens, because you really can't see well. It's not like you completely cannot see, but it's like if I'm looking at your face, maybe like your eye and your cheek and like your shoulder will have that static TV kind of effect, but then I'll see like the rest of you, but it's hard to still make out the whole thing when you have that episode, right? So obviously you can't really do much, definitely not drive. I have had to pull over. Thankfully, I kind of get like a warning, because I'll see this small little tiny bubble of it start like in the corner of my vision, and so whenever I see that, if I'm driving, of course I like pull over like right away because I know it's just gonna start growing, and there's really nothing I can do except wait it out. I've had to wait on the side of the road for like an hour before. I hadn't actually had an ocular migraine in a few months, which has been nice, but it snuck up on me yesterday, unfortunately. And I still get regular migraines, but the ocular one actually had been a while. And I've had those since I was 5 years old. I remember the first time I had one. The reason why I remember it so vividly is because I felt so hopeless. I was 5 years old and I was at school and I started having the weird vision. Of course, that's like, you're kind of like, what the heck is this? I'm gonna carve them out using the Shape Tape concealer. Okay, so now I am all concealed and concealed the top of my brows as well, which you guys saw in fast motion because I got a phone call I had to take live. And so now we are going to start with the Morphe palette. Why does this make me so excited? I'm 5, it's fine. I am going to actually go ahead and put this color Lin down all around my lid. It's just kind of a neutral shade that matches my skin tone pretty well. Is definitely applying really nicely. It is kind of like creamy, what I always hear, but I've never tried Jeffree Star's shadows. And when I went to Ulta to get the Bare Minerals, I wasn't even planning on buying this palette, but the sweet lady who helped me pick out my Bare Minerals shade, she and I were talking about like the new Shane and Jeffree palette that's coming out, and she's excited, I'm excited, and and she was like, have you ever tried Jeffree Star's eyeshadows? I said no. That's another reason why I'm actually really excited to try. Look at that color, you guys, that's insane. Hi, sweetie. That's another reason why I'm really excited to get the Shane palette, is so I could try the Jeffree Star eyeshadow. And she was like, girl, if you want to try it for a pretty affordable price, you should try the Morphe one. And I went over there and I swatched them, and the colors were so pigmented. I was like, okay, yep, sold. Had to get it. But I was trying to be good, so I said no. Literally I did, and Jeff was with me this whole time. He went back the next day and got it for me, which I was so excited about because I did want it, but I was trying to be good. And I don't even care. I'm living my best life. These shadows are, I mean, first impression, amazing. It goes on beautifully. Oh, and that's the other part of my story. See, I love my storytelling. We just go back and forth. It's fun. But the lady Ulta told me that these shadows were more of the Jeffree Star formula, so they're even better than the other Morphe palettes, like quality wise. And she was not lying. It definitely is. Like, I have only Morphe palettes right now and one Urban Decay. This already, just this first shadow, I'm shook. I'm really excited to play with the rest of these colors now. Like, even more than I already was, just because I'm so impressed. Like, I'm just so impressed with this nude. Just, it literally, the creamy is the best way to describe. It's very creamy. Okay, so I'm gonna use, I think, this color right here called Designer Label. And I'm gonna put that underneath my brow bone because I always like to do like a little bright color under my brow bone. So that'll be, I think, a perfect one for it. Now let's see how this color goes. Okay. It's like a very soft, subtle shimmer. It's going on nice as well. I like that. It's just, okay, I did kind of, maybe this one needs to be, oh, okay, yep, that one needs to be more packed on to get more of the color. Yep. There we go. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's really nice because it's kind of just like a nice, subtle shine. Not crazy in your face, which of course sometimes I do love that. So this one I'm definitely gonna pack on underneath there. That goes on really nice as well. I'm gonna put some of that in my inner corners as well, like I always like to do. Oh, you guys, look at that. That is really pretty. I don't know if the camera is picking up that as well or not, but it is nice. It's definitely like bright. It has some pearl kind of factor to it as well, but I would say it's a mix between like a pearl and a champagne-y. It's just a really nice color for this tear duct situation I love to do. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm gonna do a transition shade. I'm just gonna use my fluffy little brush. And what do I want to use for my transition? And I'm gonna use Mr. Diva right there. Okay. I like that. It's definitely pretty. It's a very subtle, warm tone. It has like some orange undertones to it, which is pretty. I like this shade. See, there I go telling different stories. I don't think I finished my story about my migraines. Basically, I remember having my first migraine when I was 5 because I went to the school nurse with my migraine and I told her about what was happening. That thing that I see, the static TV, and she didn't believe me. She literally didn't believe me, and I felt just so helpless because, you know, I'm only 5 years old, so I can't really like speak up for myself fully. I kept telling her like, no. She just thought I like wanted to go home or something. You know how sometimes kids do that. And I was like, no, this is what I see. And I was scared and she didn't believe me. I felt really helpless, you know. And then I told my mom about it after we went to the eye doctor. The eye doctor wasn't sure what it was. And it wasn't until I was a little older that we actually finally figured out what it was. Just deal with it, you know. But I am gonna now use the High Dude, which is this like nice chocolatey, warm chocolatey color. And I'm gonna use this brush. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay, I like it. Very creamy. Wow. I've never had eyeshadow so creamy. I hear people say like, oh, it's so creamy, and I'm like, what do you mean? But now I see, now that I've actually tried a creamy eyeshadow, this is amazing. It feels so nice going on. I feel so cheesy, but it really does feel so nice going on. Yes, ma'am. I need to go up a little more on this side. Hooded eye problems. And I'm actually going to cut my crease. I haven't done that in a while. And for any of you who have hooded eyes, definitely keep watching to see how I do that for hooded eyes, because I personally can't do it any other way than the way that I'm going to show. And I'm going to put some in the outer V as well of my eyeball, because I always like to add depth there as well. Yes. Come through, pigment. I'm too excited about this. For those of you who might like American Horror Story, I finally started watching the new season and I'm all caught up. I actually really like the season so far. I didn't like last season so much, the Apocalypse one, personally. But this season so far I'm actually liking a lot, and I didn't think I was going to like it so much, if I'm being perfectly honest. I didn't know how I was going to like it. I think after last season I was just not sure, because I love almost all the seasons, but I just was kind of disappointed with last season. But I have been pleasantly surprised with how good it has been so far. If you are a fan of American Horror Story, let me know what you think of this new season. There's lots of good like little twists. I always love twists. Any twist in any movie is always going to be my favorite. When I can't figure it out and I'm surprised, it just keeps you so much more interested, I feel like. Also, they brought back Are You Afraid of the Dark? If anyone remembers watching that on Nickelodeon. I love that show when I was a kid. It's a good one. Here is how we are going to get our cut crease. I'm going to just take a concealer, any concealer will do, and you're going to have a flat brush like this one, any flat brush will do, and you're going to put some concealer right onto your actual lid. You're going to look up, over, kind of bend it down, get it all around town there. Do it to the other side too. Same thing. And then you're going to, with this, follow the line that you just created, and that is going to be your cut crease. It's so much easier, because when you have a hooded eye, sometimes it's hard to know where to start it or where to end it, so this just helps be a guide, and it's the only way I can do a cut crease, I feel like. I mean, I'm sure I could do it the other way, but it makes it a lot more user friendly, especially when you're new. Now that I've done it more times, I think I could do it free-handed, but honestly I still like to do it this way just because it's so easy. Add just a teeny bit more of that High Dude color and put it just kind of along the edge, just to kind of diffuse it a little bit. I'm just tapping it. Now I'm actually really excited because I am going to try this very, very glittery shadow that actually made me decide to buy the palette because it was so glittery. Right here, look how glittery that is. It's called Millions, appropriately named. I love it because it's just like a nice amount of glitter, nothing too crazy. Pretty. Of course, you could pack it on even more if you want it to be like even thicker. Oh, that's nice. That's fun. I think it's actually a fun way to wear the glitter like during the day because it's not like full glitter like my glitter shadow that I have from Stila. This one just gives you a light glitter, and you could literally dust it on if you want even less glitter than this. So I do like it because you can have a little fun in the daytime too, because why not? Okay, so now I'm just going to use a little angle brush, and we're going to be fun like we did with the royal blue. If you saw my last Get Right With Me, I put it on the lower lash line, and I'm going to do that with this one, but we're going to use the color Nate, which is this really bright like Kelly green. It's really gorgeous, and I'm just excited to see how it's going to look because I really love the effect that the blue gave. It kind of just brightened up my eye and made my eye look more blue. Last time when I did this, I didn't like the way it looked until I put my mascara on. So if you're kind of looking at it right now and you're like, I don't know, once I put mascara on, we'll know for sure if we love or hate it. Already I feel like it made my eye color look a little brighter though. Definitely just having that pop of color. It's a kind of a fun way to, you know, play up some colors without going like full green or full whatever the case may be. It's definitely a beautiful shade of green, very pigmented as you guys saw. Wow. I think I want to add like one more color over here. So I think what I'm going to do is use this color Boss Angeles. It's this like burnt orange color. And I'm going to just pat a little bit of that on here. I think this eye look is pretty fun. It definitely has some fun colors. I don't normally add so many colors, so I do like that. It's kind of making me play around with colors more. I'm going to use the First Aid Beauty. This is just a face cream with SPF. I'm going to use this all over my face. It'll also work kind of as a primer for minerals to go on. So we got my Bare Minerals. I got it in the color Golden Fair. That's what she thought was my match, so we shall see. And she also said that this would be good because it'll help counteract redness because it has like a little bit of the golden hue to it. So I'm like, okay, whatever you think, sounds good. That's the one thing I'm not good with, shade matching, I feel like. So whatever. And then if you've never used Bare Minerals before, basically you tap some into the lid and you're going to swirl it around. And she actually recommended I got this kabuki brush. This one is from It Cosmetics, and it is their number 110 airbrush buffing foundation. She said she likes it personally better to get more of a full coverage look because I guess the one from Bare Minerals provides more of a sheer coverage. So again, I just went with what she said. So you're just gonna swirl it around to get it on the brush, tap, and buff. I feel like an actual commercial. Not sponsored by Bare Minerals, although it kind of seems like it is. And you go in circular motions. I'll just do like one half of my face, I think, to start with, so we can all kind of see how it did. You can add more layers if you want more coverage. I remember that for sure, but I'm curious. I'm just gonna do my whole nose though, because that's just like awkward, I feel like, to do. Get a little more product. It's going on even nicer than I actually remember. I don't know if it is because of the brush or because I just use better skincare now and maybe my skin is just reacting better. A little extra color for my under eye to brighten it up a little more. I think they have an eye one too, but I didn't even think about that. I might have to pick that up. First I'm gonna see what I think. Okay, so this is just first. Okay, it definitely gives coverage. It's still, I would say, on the more sheer side though, because it's not like, you can definitely tell that it kind of like toned it down, but it's definitely not major at all. So I'm gonna try a little more So I didn't put that much. Now I'm putting quite a bit more. The first time it was like maybe a quarter of that amount. So we'll see if maybe I just went a little too light at first, because like I said, it's been a while since I used this, so I wasn't trying to go too crazy with it, since like, you know, not super familiar since it's been a while. Okay, so we got more color. Let's go. Hi. Hi, Sissy. Hi. Oh my gosh, do you want to be my makeup artist? You're gonna lick off all my makeup. No. Good girl. Okay, I cannot say good girl because then she just comes right back. Now she's at my feet with Gus. That's where Gus always likes to be, is at my feet. I can tell you one thing, it definitely feels really nice on the skin. It definitely feels like it's not irritating my skin at all. Yeah, I think that's what it needed, is just a second layer. It's definitely nowhere near the coverage of my liquid foundations. Definitely gonna see how my skin actually likes it. Use it today. I'll probably use it the next couple days so I can really see just how much better my skin is or isn't. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get like something for the under eye to brighten that up a little bit. Put a little more product. One nice thing about this is you don't have to set it. It's already done for you. I know some people use the translucent powder. I never personally did though. I'm like, it's already powder. How much powder do I need on my face? And I'm just gonna tap in some more of the color to my under eye just to brighten it up, because I'm used to a really bright under eye. Okay, that actually is good. When I tap it on, you see all the more color I got. That's looking really nice now. Okay, that's what you need to do. Any little areas that need like extra help is you need to tap the color on. Just like with eyeshadow, right? When you tap it on versus when you brush it on, you get a lot more pigment. And I recommend though still buffing it to your whole face and then just tapping on the spots that you want a lot more pigment, like your under eye. I'm really happy with it actually now that I did that. I'm glad I was playing around with it and didn't just give up right away, because it feels really nice on my skin. It almost feels calming and like soothing, weirdly. Now I'm just like really holding it like a 5-year-old. But yeah, definitely buff on a light layer and then just tap on extra color. I am going to do the rest of my face routine. Hula bronzer on the outer edges. This is what I use to like both contour and bronze. If I want the contour or whatever, the sculpting to be like extreme, I can use a contour stick. I do have one. I very rarely use it because I feel like this gives enough for most occasions. Hey, you want contoured? You want to get contoured, Sissy? You guys will see a vlog either later this week or the next week. I might wait and do it till next week to add a little more stuff to it. But hi, oh my god. You got a kissy, you stole one. But we went to a haunted house over the weekend and it was a lot of fun. I hadn't been to a haunted house in like 6 years, and the last one I went to wasn't even that scary. It was at Universal Studios, and so it wasn't like super scary. You sniffing somebody? So I've been lately just using the bronzer as a blush, also just bringing it to the apples of my cheek. I feel like it looks good in my opinion, and it has like a uniform look, so I've just been doing that. Finally found my highlighter. It was in one of my purses that I hadn't used in a while. Pretty. Got that glow though. There we go. And now I'm gonna just use this amazing brush. This brush feels so nice too for MAC Cosmetics. Oh my gosh. And I'm just gonna blend out. Okay, cute. Cute, cute, cute. And we're gonna use our facial spray. Ooh. Back up, sissy. Mascara, double extend. Hey, hey. Always a favorite of mine. Also, over the weekend, I went to a Jonas Brother concert. My cousin actually invited me to go with her. And I was pretty excited about it because I love the Jonas Brothers. They were the last boy band that like I obsessed over. After that, there hasn't been another one that I like obsessed over. I loved Kevin Jonas. He was my favorite. So it was just really fun to see them. We got really good seats. She got us really good seats, actually. They were like a general admission dance pit, and they had 2 stages. So when they walked out to the second stage, we were literally right there. I showed a little clip on my Instagram. If you follow me there, you would have maybe seen it from Saturday night. And oh my goodness, they were so close. I wasn't even zooming in on one of the clips, and that's how close it was still. It was crazy. It was really awesome. You'll see like a little clip in the vlog also. So that was fun because I actually hadn't seen her in a little while. I haven't seen her since my birthday, actually. She came and did the escape room with me too. I was like, so is this like our thing now? Like when we see each other, we're just gonna be doing like super fun things? Because last time I saw her, we did an escape room. This time we went to the Jonas Brothers concert. I was like, I'm not mad at it. We can keep doing extremely fun things every time we see each other. I'm adding a little white then to the waterline. This is just a NYX retractable eyeliner, and it's just in the color white. And you can use something a little bit closer to your skin tone if you are not as pasty white as I am. Or if you want to go really dramatic still and have more of the contrast, you can totally do that too. And might as well stick with the Jeffree Star theme we have going on, and I'm going to use the color I'm Nude. Really? She's on my lap right now, you guys. Seriously. Does the lipstick smell that good that you just had to get over here and smell it, huh? It doesn't really have a smell, so I think she's just wanting love. You just wanted love. Although the pink one, I have the Rose Madder one, that one kind of smells like Mr. Pibb, which is funny, but this one really doesn't have a scent to it. I'm liking this lip color because it's a very, very light color against the more bright, fun color eye we got going on. So I'm going to pop my lashes on, and I'll be back in just a moment with the final product. So here is our final look. I am really happy with it. I'm really enjoying this eyeshadow. I think it's really fun. I feel like the green kind of definitely makes my eyes a little brighter. So I'm really enjoying it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I so appreciate it. And remember to just be you. Bye guys.